Hi there. Welcome to ShipLearning. In today's video, we'll explore one of the fundamental yet incredibly powerful skills in VBA, recording macros. Did you know? Macros aren't just for beginners. Even if you're proficient in VBA, there are times when you might forget how to write certain code. That's when recording a macro can help you understand exactly what's needed. In this video, we'll practice 3 key parts: recording a macro, running a macro, creating a button to run a macro easily. Don't forget to download the practice file from the description. Ready? Let's go. Here is my dataset: detailed project task information with columns: ID, name, duration, start, finish. Your task is to complete the header row. If you have multiple sheets with similar data like this, instead of typing the same thing repeatedly, why not let Excel do it for you automatically? Today, I'll show you how to record a macro to do it once, and then reuse it as many times as you need. First, to record a macro, you can choose one of 2 methods. Go to the View tab, find the Macros group, click the arrow, and select Record Macro. Or go to the Developer tab, under the Code group, and choose Record Macro. Now, here are some details you need to understand in the Record Macro dialog box. First is macro name. Name your macro. The default is Macro 1, Macro 2, but I'll give it a more descriptive name, for example, Add Headers. Note: the name cannot contain spaces, special characters, or start with a number. Shortcut key. Assign a shortcut key to run the macro faster. Here, I'll use Ctrl+Shift+H. Note: avoid assigning shortcut keys that overlap with Excel's default shortcuts, like Ctrl+C or Ctrl+V. Store macro in. You have 3 options. Personal Macro Workbook. Save the macro to the hidden file personal.xlsb, usable across all workbooks on your computer. New Workbook. Save it in a new file. This workbook, save it in the current file only. I'll choose this option since the macro is for this project only. Lastly, description. Provide a brief description of the macro. Here, I'll write, "This macro automatically adds headers to the worksheet." Now, click OK, and Excel has started recording every action we perform on the worksheet. Now I'll begin. Select cell A3, type ID, and press Tab to move to the next cell. Continue typing name, then Tab, followed by duration, start, and finish. Next, I'll format the header row to make it stand out. Select the entire header row. Go to the Home tab, choose a dark green background, white text, and bold formatting. That's it for the header. To stop recording the macro, click the small square in the bottom left corner of the screen. Or go to the View tab, select Stop Macro. Or go to the Developer tab, then click Stop Macro. Now, to run the macro we just recorded, let's switch to the adjacent sheet named Run Macro. This is a dataset with detailed task information. Now, we need to complete the header for this dataset. On the ribbon, go to the Developer tab, select Macros. In the window that appears, find the macro Add Headers and click Run. See? The header row has been automatically completed with just one click. Now, let's try running that macro again using the shortcut key. In the previous step, we assigned Ctrl+Shift+H to the Add Header macro. Correct? Switch to the adjacent sheet, then press the Ctrl, Shift, and H keys together. There you go. How convenient is that? The header row is automatically completed. As you work more with macros, relying on shortcuts or finding macros from the list can become hard to remember and require multiple steps. Simplify running macros by assigning them to buttons on each worksheet. Go to the Developer tab, select Insert, and then choose the rectangular button, Form Control. Then, click and drag the mouse to draw a button on the sheet in an appropriate spot. A dialog box will appear. Select the Add Headers macro and click OK. Now, right-click the button, select Edit Text, and rename it to Add Headers. That's how you assign a macro to a button. Click the button. Boom. The header is automatically added to the dataset. With just one button, repetitive tasks become incredibly simple. Congratulations! You've just completed the second video in your journey to mastering Excel VBA. Try creating your own macro, assigning a shortcut key, or adding a button to handle repetitive tasks. Trust me, you'll see Excel become smarter and more powerful than ever. If you're looking forward to the next videos in this Excel learning journey from basics to advanced, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the ShipLearning channel. See you in the next video, where we'll dive deeper into advanced VBA techniques.